We do have another speaker who is Khyati Kava, who is a professional MC, anchor, and also a model. Over to you.
Thank you so much. It's Khyati Kava. I don't know. I think people don't get that name. I have been, and it's fine. It's mispronounced way too many times to feel bad about it. I just want to
I'm really
start.
sorry.
That's no problem. No problem. So I just want to start with asking all my co-panelists to kindly just come online and be on video, because as we all know, it's difficult to talk to a blank screen. So hello to everybody. Thanks for joining in. And it was wonderful to listen to all of you. So thank you so much. And being one of the last people, it's easy to come and say that everything that I had to say has already been said. So, which is true as well, because a lot of the points that I wanted to say have been covered by the other panelists, and we all are in this together. And I'm sure all of you agree that most of the things that we've tried and tested are also very similar, and the things that we want to achieve are also kind of similar. So I just want to start with explaining what my name means. I don't know how important that is, but if everybody gets that right, I think my job, at least that job is done. Everybody's going to say my name right, at least in the future. So my name is Khyati Kava, and Khyati basically is a Hindi literature word which means fame. तो अगर आप सेंटेंस में उसे कभी बोलना चाहे तो शालिनी मैं चाहूंगी आपको बहुत ख्याति मिले. तो it's just simply that. I hope all of us your achieve Khyati in some way or the other through our work. And my journey as an anchor began way early. I was in junior college when I started off, just as a part-time gig, and just got to know through some friends that this is what events are like, and that's how it began. More like to do with passion, because I was already somebody who loved being on stage. So from my childhood, I was either dancing on stage, acting on stage, singing on stage, or talking on stage. So stage was where I felt the most alive and most happy. And I thought, why not, make some bucks out of it? That's how the journey began, and which was, so to say, 10 years back. And it's never stopped since then. I tried doing a lot of other things, and but I think every time I gotten into any other field, it gravitated me back to stage. So stage is where I have been almost all my professional life. And if I have to go on talking about it, it's a little difficult because I am not a mono artist. I do not like talking alone. And like all of us have said this in the past, that it is very, very important for an artist, especially an MC, to really get some interaction from their audience. So I have tried to do that in my virtual journey as well. So like all of us, I started doing Instagram live, which was called Conversations with Khyati, where I got my co-MCs and co-colleagues, all of those people who I knew and whose work I liked. I called them on my show and asked them to share some tips and tricks that they thought were important to be a good public speaker. And it was quite fun. Honestly, I mean, I thought I was doing this for everybody else who wants to become a public speaker, but it was so much fun for myself as well, because I learned about their journeys and what are the things that are important to them. So I think as a bonding and knowledge sharing platform, it created like this amazing camaraderie between all of us. And it started off with that because I had nothing else to do, like all of us, when the lockdown began. And as artists, we can't stay unoccupied or uninvolved or unengaged in any way. So I wanted to do something that kept me engaged more than anything else, so that I don't go crazy. We had to first take care of our sanity, then the rest of the things will fall into place. So that's how I began Conversations with Khyati. I did 3 seasons. I don't know how. And there were like people from across industries, anchors from across industries. Some of the names you might know: Siddharth Kanan was there, Gitika Ganjudhar was there, Sarita. Some of you are from Bangalore, so you might know Sarita, and Angela. Some of my very dear friends. Anuj Gurwara was there, who's also a singer. Clint's was there. So a lot of these people came in and shared their knowledge. And then I realized that if I wanted to host an event, what am I going to do? So I thought, let's try and do something else. So I started, engaging with some of the agencies that I have worked with in the past who were doing webinars. So I said, let me volunteer hosting for them first, so that at least I get the knowledge and understanding of what to do in a webinar. So like our very able moderator is doing here, that's what I started doing. And some of them initially were on pro bono basis. They were on barter deals. They were not being paid, but at least I got the learning experience of what it is to host a virtual event. And slowly and steadily that kind of turned into more commercial work that came into my way. And I also started something that I think anybody who would like to do something on digital forum, digital arena should basically start looking at something that you can do with either yourself, your skill sets, or with people around you, which is your family, friends, and etc. And try and build something around that. So my sister is a professional baker. She's a chef, and my partner also suggested that, why don't y'all start something that y'all can do together. And I said, why not? I am terrible at cooking, but my sister is amazing at it. So we started this show called Keeping It Light with the Hungry Sisters. As the name says, I'm the hungry one, she's the chef. So we started this live program where she would actually make a recipe, and we would talk about the recipe, about our childhood memories, make some fun anecdotes about those stories, and also give out a lot of health and nutrition information during that show. Now it's been almost 10 sessions of it, and it's been going pretty fab. Like, we also had Book My Show collaborate with us to put our show on their page. And we also had some brands that came in that said that they would want to talk about their product during the show. So there were a lot of interesting things that started happening, because it was coming from a very genuine place, that I was being genuine about the fact that I don't know to cook and I am zero when it comes to kitchen knowledge. At the same time, my sister, who does this professionally, has a lot of knowledge. So that banter also that was between the two of us was very, very genuine. Nobody was trying to fake it. And because we are sisters, we also are very comfortable with each other. So even if it is on different screens that we were seeing each other, there was still a lot of comfort that was there. So I think that's an idea that I would like to put across to anybody who would want to start something on digital content creation, is to start something that either you are absolutely good at, or have people around you that are an expert in a certain field. Another thing that I started during the lockdown is something that me and my partner were really passionate about, is sustainability. And we wanted to talk about sustainability in some way. And my forte is talking. I may not have the expertise in any domain as such, but getting the knowledge out from another person is something of my expertise. I can get somebody to talk about certain things and make them feel comfortable to be genuinely interested in that topic. So I started this show called Article, which is a dialogue on art and sustainability, the future of art and sustainability, where we had different companies, startups, individuals who were doing some effort, some action towards sustainability. So we had somebody from EcoBuddy. It's a startup company. They make bamboo toothbrushes and stainless steel straws, smaller items like these, but moving towards more sustainable products. So they would come on my show. We would talk about the problem that is being created by these smaller issues of plastic straws, plastic toothbrushes, how much of environmental damage it creates, and then talk about their product and what they are doing, what steps they are taking. So we've had about 11 episodes of Article till now, and that has also been very well received. But again, when it comes to a topic like this, you cannot expect million views, and you cannot expect people going gaga over it and going crazy that, oh my God, this sustainability show, I really gotta watch it. You know? So even though we would love it if someday that happens, you have to understand that people's awareness and interest in certain subjects are not going to peak so immediately. So while in the 11 episode journey, I saw that there were certain times when it would peak really high on certain topics. There were certain times, because those are little uncomfortable topics to talk about, when we would talk about just quality education. And there was a person who came and spoke about how in the most downtrodden areas there are people who end up doing even the worst kind of jobs to just get their kids to get educated. Those topics are so uncomfortable to talk about and to listen to, that people are not very forthcoming in coming and watching this kind of content. So if you are somebody who is driven to do that kind of a content, be very, very patient. I know I have lost patience sometimes when I thought, my God, nobody's watching it, nobody cares about these things, I don't know, what am I doing, should I even be doing this? So you have to really be driven by the cause that you are doing it for, and also not lose patience. Like, you have to stick to it, it will come to fruition in some way or the other. So Article as a show gained not just popularity, but it also kind of grabbed attention of certain few people who are also interested in similar causes or in similar topics. So I got a lot of support from them, and now we are in conversation to collaborate with a lot of other people, getting bigger brands and bigger organizations to come and talk about how they are doing something towards the better of the society, the greater good of the world, in different formats that they can do that. So yeah, those are some of the things that I did as a digital creator. And again, let me put this out also very clearly to everybody, that I was not somebody who had ever used Insta Live before the lockdown, ever. Never done Insta Live, never done Facebook Live, ever. Like, that was something that, and I'm still very, very conscious when it comes to just solo going live and selfie talking to the screen. I am extremely conscious about that even now. So it has been a very, very transformative journey for me, where I had never done it, and now I have done like about 50 these kind of personal digital creative shows, apart from the virtual events that I host for money. So it's something that I want to drive across to everybody, is that do uh, not try out something just because you think that you haven't done it so far, so you may not be good at it. Do experiment. I think that is the key word we all would want to say: adapt and evolve. You don't know what can come out of this, you don't know what good you can do. And I think one thing that everybody has spoken about is also, just a second, give me a second. So yeah, that also happens. Like, you may have to just mute yourself and talk to your mom in between. So but adapt and evolve. And also, everybody's spoken about this, is the fact that all of us were confused. It's not a new thing. Like, don't think you're alone in this. Like, I have myself thought of, even though after 10 years of spending my a career in anchoring, I thought maybe I'll have to probably switch to something else, because we don't know this where this is going to go. We're talking about 2 months more. It may go for 6 months more. We don't know when it's going to be, okay to go out and come to a gathering of that large scale, the thing that we were so used to. So being flummoxed and being uncertain is part of it. Don't take it as a productivity test. It is not. It's a lockdown, it's a pandemic, it is a world disaster. So it is not a productivity test. Like, if you haven't done anything so far, it's okay. I think I want to quote Ellen here, Ellen DeGeneres, somebody that I really love work of. She said, procrastinate now, just don't give it off. Just don't take it off your list. It's okay to procrastinate right now, and take the time off, and think about your daydreams and write down lists and do whatever that makes you happy currently. I was very, very driven at the beginning of the lockdown. Then came a phase where I have taken a break from all my other shows. I'm doing only Hungry Sisters, which is with my sister, and I'm not doing any other digital content creation currently. I am hosting virtual events, but I have taken that time off that I need some time out and not do too many things right now. I need to just chill a little, work out, maybe do something for myself, and not think about creation all the time. So I think that's what I would like to tell everybody, that take it at your time, and you don't have to rush or run just because somebody is doing so much. So just take it at your own time. Yeah, that's from me.
That was actually needed, saying that it's okay to be not okay during this pandemic,
Yeah. And
because
we all will have like these ups and downs, like
yes.
nobody is going like woohoo lockdown, I'm here, and or I'm just going down, down, down. Everybody's going through this crazy roller coaster ride. So, and it's all right, it's completely okay.
But you have given your best, creating the digital content on your particular platforms with 11 plus episodes on and different sectors, cooking, sustainability, and many. You're just saying not to be productive, but you are being more productive than a particular.
But you see that it burns you out also a little. Like after 3 seasons of conversation with Khyati, where I was talking about public speaking, I realized that I have done as much I could to talk about public speaking in on Instagram, and I am done now. Like I need to take time off from that because I don't think more I can do, push myself more towards this. I need to now start thinking about a different creative endeavor that can keep me going, in a good place. It shouldn't bring you down in any way. If it's saturating you, know it that it's saturating you, it's burning you out, and leave it at that, for at least for time being. Like I said, procrastinate now. Don't just rub it off your list. Maybe do it again later. So conversation with Khyati is there, back there somewhere. If I start getting more better public speakers to come on board, because again, that was also a gradual journey from somebody who was 8 years to 10 years in the industry to somebody who's been there for 20 years, 25 years. I've got them on my show. So if I want to move forward with that particular show, I would want then somebody to who has more experience, or at least a variety of genres of experience. Only then I would again restart that show. So you need to kind of have that sensibility of the fact that where you need to give it a pause and start something new as well. Yeah.
Yes, yes. That's you're not just doing little, you're doing a lot. You're being much productive. You're being the best in a digital contenting. You're getting out uniqueness by creating stuff on internet. And to be frank, this is just amazing, because none of them would get a thought about saying a cooking show with your particular sibling, a sister. That's really a unique thought. None of us would have generated it in a particular short period of time, and by exploring all of this, what excites you more?
What excites me more? Oh my god. So I don't know. I think, like I said, it's engagement that excites all of us a lot more. So, what I try to do during my virtual events is, and actually, that is one of the reasons I feel some of my agencies and clients come back to me, is because I try too hard. I just try too hard to engage with my audience, whether it is live or digital. So even right now, when I requested all my co-panelists to come on video, it's because I would love to see faces,
Yeah.
on the screen, and engage with them, see if they're nodding, see if they're making eye contact to me,
Guys, not guys, give a thumbs up if you're all listening.
Thanks, guys.
Super.
So, that is so important. And that's what excites me. If I can get all my all my audience, all my viewers on a digital space, and see that they are listening and they're interacting with me, that keeps me going. And so I keep trying out like different things. What you did in the beginning of kind of doing that, we will rock you. I try like all sorts of things. So I want to start with another game here. Afshan is not here. I think everybody else is.
Yes.
So let me just try this. Okay, we'll try out. I saw this online. One of my friend referred me to this video. Hi. So, and this was an activity for virtual conferencing. So I thought, let me try it out now. So everybody, can you point out, all you have to do is just point out the name that I say. Okay. So if I'm saying Shreya, you just have to point out where on your screen Shreya is. Like for me, Shreya is below. Where is Shreya to you?
Below.
Again, I think it depends on the device that you're live on.
Exactly, which is why it is fun, because for everybody, Shreya is going to be in a different place. Okay, let's see where Roshan is.
Okay.
He's like adjacently down to me. Okay, what about Vishwas?
And here. I think I should be doing this. I should be doing this, no?
What about Afshan? What about Shilok? And Shalini.
I'm using a phone, so it's like the same.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, see, it's just a fun activity to do, just like, randomly seeing where each one is in the screen, on the screen, and trying out stuff. Like I try to build as much, like all of us have mentioned it. I think it's so difficult to not have your audience or your team around to get that energy going. So I try and build it by seeing the people at least on the screen. And, yeah, let's do this. Let's get the next award. Let's get the next speaker, and just kind of build it up that way. Yeah, I hope that works for a long time.
That actually worked better than mine. That was really good, and I would like to ask you one more question.
Okay.
We're all sad because of the pandemic which happened this year. Which is
Yeah.
the most best incident which made you happy? 2020.
Before pandemic or after?
Like the year of 2020.
Oh, year of 2020. Okay. So it may sound shallow now, but the start of the year was really nice, because I first time had put in my nominations in an award function, which was for experiential industry, events in experiential industry, and I won an award over there. So that was, at that point, it was like, wow, I won an award and etc. And it felt like really awesome. But now it really doesn't matter. So, but yeah, I think why it was special also, it's something that you've tried to put out all your work out there, and have given it out there for people to evaluate and analyze it and see if it's worthy of a recognition. And because it was recognized, it felt great. But other than that, I think it's all okay. Yeah.
That's really amazing. That was an interesting talk with you. I really felt like a talk show when you're having a conversation with you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on Panic Media House. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you for inviting. Thank you so much.
Yes,
And
yes.
thanks all of you for coming on the screen and doing this. Yay!